Let's talk about summation notation. Welcome to STATScreen. One of the useful notations in statistics is what we call as your summation notation with this symbol. The summation notation is a compact way of writing the sum of any set of data values. This is an example of a summation notation. This can be read as the summation of x sub I, where I starts from 1 to n. Any summation notation has basic parts which are very important in simplifying notations later. The first part is called as your summation notation, or this symbol here, which is the uppercase Greek letter sigma. The other part of summation notation is the running variable. This will tell us the values to which we will be adding depending on the range. The range can be given to us by both lower limits and upper limits of the summation notation. In expanding summation notation, we may follow two different steps. These two different steps are very important because this will tell us the correct notations to be used. Step 1. Identify the variables in the constant and the range. For example, this summation notation, this is your running variable. Then, the range is all the possible values of I, signified by your upper and lower limits. In short, the range is from 1 to 3 in this given summation notation. Step 2. We now expand the notation by replacing the I with the values of the range. Again, our range is from 1 to 3. Then, we will substitute the given values if there are any later. So let's start with replacing the notation in your variable, which is labeled as I, as the values of the range. In short, your first value in your summation notation is equal to, we will substitute the lower limit of 1 to our variable, so you'll have x sub 1. Then, we could also substitute the upper limit, we will have x sub 3. Here, we just need to complete the range using addition, since summation notation indicates sum. This is how we expand the notation, or specifically, summation notation. Before our first illustration, fun fact for today. As of the moment, and this video is concerned, we have 1,111 subscribers in our channel. You could be the next subscriber for our channel. So if you would like to, please click the subscribe button below. As for an illustration, let us try to use these given values here. And we are to solve for this summation notation. In order to do this, we will expand this first before determining the values that we will add to complete the process. So again, in expanding, we will substitute the lower limit. Then we could add the next few variables, but we will just end up at 4 since our upper limit is just 4. Then, we will just substitute x sub 1 as a 3, x sub 2 as 4, x sub 3 is 7, and x sub 4 as 10 in the given values, or set of values. Then, the result is your sum. That would mean that the sum of all x values, or x sub I values, where I starts from 1 to 4 in your given set of data values, is 24. Let us have another example. Let us say our summation notation is this. The summation of 2x sub I, where I starts from 2 to 4. First, we will expand this, but take note, the constant 2 is a constant and thus it will not change. I'm just talking of changing the value of I. In short, our first value is 2x sub 2. Then, to be followed with 2x sub 3, and of course, 2x sub 4 being 4 as your upper limit. Next is to carefully substitute the values because 2x sub 2 and so on and so forth indicates a product of 2 and your intended values. So now, we will be using 2 times 4, 2 times 7, and 2 times 10. Take note, we will not use 3 since we will start the first addend in our summation notation is x sub 2, not x sub 1. 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 7 is 14, and 2 times 10 is 20. Then, the result is just equal to 42. This is the result for the summation of 2x sub I, where I starts from 2 to 4. Now try this. I would like you to use these given values from y sub 1 to y sub 4 and solve this summation notation or simplify the summation notation. Whatever your answer is, I would like you to share that in the comment section. We are solving for the summation of the quantity y sub I plus 1, where I starts with 1, 2, 4. I'll be waiting for your answers. This ends the discussion on summation notation. See you in the next video here in STATScreen.